Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today I want to walk you through a build I did a little while back that I titled Art Deco Style. Feel free to download it off the gallery and make it better, as I know you can. And if you do, just tag me on Twitter or Blue Sky or leave me a comment down below as to where I can find it, and I promise I will go check it out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Now let's get into it. So here we are. I'm going to get out of this build mode. There we go. So here is the front. It just seems kind of plain to me. It's missing the deco part and the art part of Art Deco. If you just look at the front door, I think it looks great. But then when you zoom out, it's like it's missing something over here, but I'm not a pro when it comes to Art Deco or certain styles. I look at some of the styles online, but I'm not very good at incorporating them. So if you guys can do something different and you post it on the gallery, let me know so I can check it out and see what you did. I would love to. But anywho, I have a nice little fountain out front with a little pathway and a little path around it as well. I do have the mailbox. Got a little thing of shrubbery here. This little pine tree was a last minute add-on because there's nothing on that wall. And as Little Simsy says, if you can't fix it, cover it. So I did. But you have your little gardening coat and hat, and then, you know, some gardening tools that you might need for your plant pots over there. And then, of course, we have the fire system there as well with some stairs going inside. You kind of get a little glimpse. And, of course, the hose and a trash can because you'll need that. And then there is the roof, the glass roof. Over here, bistro table type and grill, wind chimes, smoke alarm. Okay? Okay. Oh, and the rest of the backyard, we've got a little path going around here to the woodworking table and some landscaping, not a ton. But we also have this tree. I did embiggen it and put in a little bench under it so you could sit and, oh, that's a great, I didn't even notice that. That is a great view. Just sit and look, and I like that. So again, more landscaping, and then we come around the side, back to the front. I did put some bamboo out here in the front porch just to kind of fix it up a little, and then we're going to walk inside. I love this. It's not perfect. I do think that it definitely has room for improvement. I'm not going to negate that. I do think it has room for improvement, but as it stands, I don't think it's bad. I love the ceiling. I think that's very Art Deco with the paneled ceiling like that. I did put curtains on the either side of the door because, one, it was just an empty wall and it looked weird, but also I think it just does add a little bit of something. We do have a computer desk, a little fireplace with some curtains right next to it, so that might catch fire, but not to worry. There is a smoke alarm up above it. The curtains, I think, match really nicely with the sofa and other furniture in the living room. We got the carpet that matches. Got some skill items around throughout. Got books, bookcase. Got the stairs going up. We got the black pillar. And I don't mind the exterior frieze coming in. I think it just adds that little bit of Art Deco touch. The dining room is fairly simple. Okay, it's very simple. But I think if I would have added much more, it would have been too much. This is where the door is to take you out to the patio. And yes, I have the fork and spoon. Gotta have it, gotta have it. But there's the kitchen floor and the walls. I think that looks really nice. I don't know if the walls are very Art Deco, but the floor is, in my opinion. The galley style kitchen. I was a little concerned about putting the dish rack above the sink like that. I thought there might not be enough space above it, but I think that's perfectly spaced. We still have some dirty dishes here on the sink, but they're going to stay there forever unless you decide to delete them or sell them. I couldn't decide on the curtains, so I just used these little cafe curtains, which I think are cute for a kitchen. And I think it goes really well with the Art Deco era, which is, I believe, is the 40s. And no, I was not born in the 40s. I did not live in the 40s. I was born after that. Anywho, we do have a little bit of clutter. We've got the stove that's inside the cabinet. I think it just spreads things out a little bit more, and you do have counter space to work on. Again, I love the ceiling, and that lamp I think is great. And then in here we have our little half bath with the same ceiling. Oh, I messed up that wall. Dang it, and I already uploaded it to the gallery. Okay, we'll call it an accent wall. That's what that is. That is an accent wall. If you don't like it, you can fix it. Sorry. My mistake. I'm so sorry. And I wasn't going to put this wall here. I was just going to put a railing, but I felt like the dining room needed a little bit of something. And Art Deco, it is common that the rooms are closed off, so I wasn't too concerned about that. But this is actually a really nice view from this tiny hallway. Oops, wrong way. But we've got the iron railing, which I think is very Art Deco-y, and I wish that white door matched the white wall, but it does not. And here you can look down, so it's just a little open. You go into the bedroom. I think this is very Art Deco, which is weird because this is from the high school pack, but that's okay. It is what it is, right? Again, same ceiling. I needed something to fill in this wall space, so I put in some wall plants. Why not? I picked the best pictures that I had for Art Deco style. I think these curtains are great. I know there should be hitting the floor, but we'll just call it, it's a poof at the end of the curtains. Okay? Okay. Again, needed something on that wall, so I just put in a little tree. And I think the little tree works great. And then here's the private patio. And again, it messed up my wall down there, right here where it's not painted, but I'm sorry. But we do have a telescope and a painting easel, and I keep wanting to call it checkers. It's chess. And then if you really want to play darts, you can. You absolutely can. And you know, if the darts get, you know, stuck in here, you just go to this window, open it up, reach out and grab them. And if they fall, well, they fall onto the glass, and then good luck. That's how that is. And then their ensuite bathroom is quite colorful, which I think some Art Deco styles are colorful. No, the greens don't match. Just deal with it. There's a lot of things that don't match that you feel should be matching, or at least should be close to matching, but just pretend it's all the same shade of green. But it's green, yellow, orange, or sage, yellow, peach, I don't know, whatever color you want to give it. But anyway, I don't think it looks too bad. If you don't look too hard, you won't really notice it. But anywho, I do like this build. I do believe that it definitely has room for improvement. I don't think it's perfect, but I do like it. I like the living room a lot. Again, I didn't want to clutter it up with a whole lot of stuff because, like I said, between the ceiling and the wall and the curtains and the big stuff, I felt too much more. It was going to be way too much. So I think it'll work as is. But again, I love this kitchen. And I love the transition between the floors. I think it works really good. Oh my God, that reminds me of a dream I had. Oh my God, talk about deja vu moments. And I have those an awful lot. You know, and I consider deja vu, I don't consider it as something you've already done, but as a way of God or whatever higher being you believe in, letting you know you are exactly where you are supposed to be at that exact moment. Just a little reminder, hey, look, you're on the right path, girl. You're doing good. Keep it up. So if you ever get those deja vu moments, I highly suggest you consider it to be that. I think it'll help. It helped. It's always helped me, but I've always believed that. So Mom taught me that. But anywho, I won't talk about my mom anymore because I don't want to start crying because I love this. I love this. I love the kitchen and the living room, the dining room, but that's okay. Anywho, it is quite close to the property, but if you really look, it's really not. I mean, there's your property line, yes, but you still have a good, I don't know, however many feet to when you, to what, until you get to here. So, yeah, this is the build. I don't know. Sometimes I say things and I don't even know what it is that I'm trying to say. I'm just saying things and I don't even hear myself. I'd apologize, but I do it all the time, and I would be apologizing for here until the end of time. So I'm not going to do that. But if you like the build or like me or don't, either way, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do feel free to always leave your comments, questions, and suggestions down below. The comments that I've received have made me giggle, have made me smile, and I absolutely appreciate your comments and encourage them. So until next time, y'all, have fun.